welcome back to Positive Vibrations. My name is Terrence Davenport, and today we're doing plus V answers number 2. So I am driving. I'm on my way to California right now, and my mission or my goal out there is to become worldwide famous and amazing, super rich, wealthy, and super cool. But it's difficult to put out videos when I'm driving 24/7. You know, I'm a busy guy and I'm driving nonstop. So I thought I'd video a video right now, and I wanted to answer some frequently asked questions. There's a lot of questions that get asked whenever I show people my videos. So I'm just gonna answer those questions now. And this will be excellent, because I'll be able to refer people to this video if I ever see them asking questions in the comment section. It's like, hey, I've actually got the answer. It's right here. I don't have to repeat it a million times. So, one of the questions that I get a lot is, who does your camera work? Who videotapes you? And, who does the editing? I do it all. It's all me. I'm a one-man show right now, and editing, actually, out of all the things that I do to get the videos up onto YouTube, it's actually the editing that takes the longest amount of time. Once I have enough money and I have a large enough following or a fan base, I would like to hire someone to do the editing, to kind of just take it off of my hands. You know, a boxer doesn't have to schedule his fights. A pianist doesn't have to sell the tickets to his show. They just do their art, and everyone else takes care of the rest. So I would like to get to a point where that's what I could do, is just focus on my artwork, which is dancing, and of course other forms of artwork as well, while somebody else takes care of the editing for me. That would just be absolutely stellar. And of course I'd still like to overlook the project before it gets released. But yeah, it's just it's a real tedious process, the whole editing shebang-a-bang. Another question that gets I get asked a lot is, how long does it take you to do a dance? How long does it take me to choreograph and perform the dances? And to be brutally honest, whenever you see me dancing in the videos, that's how long it took. All of my videos are not choreographed. They're not planned out. I never have an idea of what songs I'm going to be dancing to. I just set my phone on, play my playlist, and whatever songs I decide to play, if I get recorded dancing, doing some amazing moves, I put it up. If I like the way that my dancing looked, I put it up on YouTube. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just whatever I'm feeling at the time. Sometimes I get a really cool montage out of it. Sometimes I only get 1 or 2 songs out of it. One of the things about dancing to these songs is that the very, very best dances I've ever done, the very most amazing moves I've ever completed in my life, were sadly not caught on tape. It's sad but true. I do a lot of dancing without the camera rolling, and sometimes I set up my camera and I'm dancing for so long that the video has to shut itself off because it can't continue. And it's just most of the most amazing stuff I've ever done is unfortunately not viewable. But I think I've gotten a pretty good collection of stuff that is a good, like a good taste test of what I'm capable of. And I plan on upping my craft and getting better, of course, doing more wild and extravagant moves. I see a lot of these guys who do things like head spins and the windmill where their legs are like twisting all around, and it's like, I want to do that kind of stuff and incorporate it into my dancing somehow. I think it would really be an amazing feat. Also, the ability to like do front flips and back flips at will, standing back flips, that would be amazing, and I'd really love to be able to do that. So yeah, that's but yeah, all the songs that I dance to, some of those songs that I'm dancing to, it's the first time that I've ever danced to those songs, and I may have heard those songs before, but I've never danced to them until that camera gets rolling. And one of these days, I would like to, when I have a large enough following, I would like to do a stream, a live stream, where people would send me dubstep songs to listen to, and I would like to show off my talent to be able to dance to dubstep songs that I've never heard before. Because when I really get in the groove and I'm feeling the flow, I can dance the same way that it looks in the videos to songs I've never even heard before. Like it's like a sixth sense or something. I feel kind of like Bruce Lee playing ping pong with nunchucks, and like when he does those behind the back shots, like he knows where the ball is going to be. I feel kind of like that, but I feel like I know what the music is going to do. Not because the music is predictable, but because like through proxy, I somehow know what's coming up next, even if it's the most unpredictable random assortment of noises and sounds. I can somehow find a way to do it before it happens. I don't know how to explain that, but it's a pretty cool talent of mine. Some other people ask me, why dubstep music? And I didn't want to be known for just dancing to dubstep music. I also like dancing to future bass, as well as melodic dubstep, as well as you know, just a plethora of other esoteric music genres. But I suppose if I really had to choose a reason why I love dancing to dubstep the most, is because I'm someone who could dance to any type of music. I'm someone who feels the music. I can feel the patterns that are being displayed in music. I can when a melody is soft and calm and soothing, it makes you want to flow like the river. But when a music is heavy and high octane energy, it makes you want to crash like the waves. I'm really quoting Bruce Lee a lot today, but he's just he's an inspiration of mine. I'd like to be the Bruce Lee of dubstep dancing, if there is such a thing. I hope I am one day. But dubstep, as far as I'm concerned, I believe is the most powerful, heaviest music genre that there is. It's the most loudest, obnoxious, abrasive, attention-grabbing, like, if you're having a conversation and a drop is heavy enough, it'll detract from the conversation because people won't be able to pay attention to what they're talking about. They need to focus on the music because it's like, it steals your attention almost. It's so different and strange, and your brain feeds off of these different noises and sounds that are being displayed. I'd say that the next heaviest music genre is probably like heavy metal music, you know, with the guitar solos and the screaming. But here's something interesting though that I've come to realize, is that if you take any music genre in the world, including heavy metal, and you add a dubstep, if you add a dubstep drop to that song, it now becomes a dubstep song, which is, it just shows its power to overtake the entire spectrum of music, is this genre of dubstep. You know, if you have a country song or a classical music song that you add a dubstep drop into, it's now a dubstep song. And that's just the power of it. And, you know, it gets divided up into other sects of subgenres to dubstep, such as metal step, bit step, love step. You know, there's so many different types of dubstep offshoots: melodic, liquid, filthy. There's just so much, and these subcategories of dubstep are created when you add dubstep to something else, you know, because it can no longer be classified as the genre that it used to be. It now has to be classified as a form of dubstep because it's just that powerful. And being someone who feels the music, who dances to the music in a way that my moves are not choreographed, they're not pre-imposed, they're not thought up before I start dancing. It's just me, my body expressing what I'm hearing. For me, dubstep is the wildest, most extreme music to dance to, and it's really the biggest, the largest challenge for me to keep up with dubstep songs. So yeah, when a dubstep song is dropping heavy and hard and is unpredictable and relentless, it really just gets my clock turning. Like, I just love it. It's, you know, dubstep takes things to the nth degree, and I really just love it. It's quite a workout for my body. I'm sure you can tell in my montages, especially because I get tired out halfway through, and there's something about dubstep that pushes me to go further, that pushes me to keep going. Yeah, so it's really, really amazing. Let's see here. Another question that I get asked frequently is, well, not too frequently, but I've been asked, is why don't I dance to why don't I dance to the popular dubstep artists such as Skrillex, Excision, Nero, Flux Pavilion, Bassnectar, Dadsick, you know, just the guys who kind of in 2014 and 2013 and even further beyond really capitalized on American dubstep. And the simple answer for that, and I know I'm just going to get the dubstep community to hate me, which is so strange because it's my only target audience, is that I'm just not a real big fan of the mainstream dubstep. I find a lot of it is really mediocre at best. There was a point where the term bro step was being thrown around a lot, and I really hate that term bro step. It's just, you know, it's a deviation from filthy dubstep, which I don't think is its own subgenre even, but more so just a cultural-based word that, you know, people in the UK can use to associate with Americanized dubstep. And Skrillex really was, I guess, the main pioneer of bro step. But the main standardized idea of bro step is that it's been appropriated for not just home listening, but for playing at big crowds, and, you know, having this dubstep that follows a consistent beat that has a rhythmic pattern. This it seems like it's a format that's like AAAB switch, AAAB, you know, and then that's the drop. That's the drop. Sometimes they will repeat this process, but usually one of the things that I dislike about this pattern in dubstep is that mainstream dubstep has become extremely predictable. A lot of these mainstream artists, like, here, let me just show you an idea of what I mean. It's like, it'll be like whoop 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 doo 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 whoop 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 doo 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 whoop 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 doo 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 whoop 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 doo 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 doo. And it's like, that would be a drop. And although there are artists who can really utilize this pattern and really capitalize on it and make it sound beautiful and amazing, it's just, I don't think that dubstep at its fundamental core needs to be a pattern, needs to have, you know, it has this build up and it has a drop and a build up and a drop. And I remember the first time that I heard Tears by Document One, it blew my mind because it's a relatively short song. I think it's about 4 minutes long, and it's got 4 drops in it. It's got 4 different dubstep drops. I think 2 of them are the same, but it's just, to have such creativity with, you know, distinctly different dubstep drops within such a short song. They went against the grain and they changed up the pattern and they switched it up. Some songs that I can really appreciate are songs like Era by Synclan and Rusty Tank by the artist Damage. These songs are absolutely unpredictable. It doesn't matter if you've listened to every other dubstep song that there is in the world. These songs, you will not be able to tell what's going to happen next. And it keeps your brain guessing. It keeps it like you're feeding your brain this imagination juice where it's like the sounds, you don't know what instruments they're coming from. The melody is completely like the beat does not control the melody, you know. And it's I remember the first time that I heard dubstep music, I remember thinking to myself, I didn't know that they could do this with music. I didn't know that this was able to be done. And it was just absolutely astonishing to me because in fact, the first dubstep song I ever heard was Bassnectar, and it was the Nelly Furtado Wonderful World remix. And if you listen to it, it's really just like dubstep at its fundamental core of what dubstep really is. It's not any of this fancy, filthy dubstep or any of this extravagant melodic dubstep, but it's really just dubstep at its original core, which I believe became known as liquid dubstep. But yeah, if you check that out, it's nothing that amazing. But I just remember hearing the bass in that song, and that bass just like flew into my brain, like my brain was swimming in bass, and it was really amazing and fun. But I do plan on doing a Skrillex montage at some point. I would like to do a compilation of Skrillex songs, as well as a compilation to Savant. I want to do a compilation of Savant songs because there's a lot of his songs that I haven't danced to yet that I really love. The artist Chime has a lot of really awesome songs that I haven't danced to yet, and also the artist Seven Lions are just you know, so Skrillex, Savant, Seven Lions, and Chime are just 4 artists off the top of my head that I can think of where I want to just kind of do a lot of their songs and kind of get them out of the way, because they, you know, I got to get these guys off of my chest. Otherwise, you guys are gonna see that I have like 20 Savant songs that I've danced to, and then you know, very few of the other underground people. And I think that's one of the main reasons that I dance to underground dubstep artists, is because I feel like these guys put their heart and soul into these songs, and you know, they really don't get the recognition that they deserve. One artist that comes to mind right now is an artist, icaved, and he does a song called 209. I danced to it in my first dance montage, and I'll put a link for that down below. But this artist icaved, I think he's got like somewhat like 300 views on this song, and I can't find his work anywhere else. I can't find any other icaved songs except for there's one other one, I can't think of the name of it right now, but just really obscure artist who has really amazing talent, and he's getting zero recognition for it. And I feel like maybe through my dancing I can help to kind of show respects or pay respects to these amazing dubstep artists that have changed my life. You know, even the artist Damage that I mentioned earlier, who did the song Rusty Tank, one of my favorite dubstep songs of all time, so creative and so intelligent, does not follow the pattern of dubstep, but makes its own pattern and does it very well. This is a song that I've danced to, one of my earliest dances on this channel, and I just feel like it doesn't have the respect that it deserves. You know, I can't even find any other songs by this artist, and I just think, man, if he had continued making songs, I would have supported him. I would have been in his fan base. I think he's amazing. So yeah, that's one of the things there, is that I love dubstep artists, all of them in general, and if they continue to make amazing and great work, it doesn't matter if they're mainstream or if they're underground. I'm gonna try my best to dance to it if I feel it's dance worthy. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Another question I get asked a lot is, why don't you monetize your videos? Or one of the things is I've been asked is if I can do a how to dance to dubstep thing and make it like people have to pay money to see it. And I don't really want to be that kind of a person. I don't want to be the type of person that makes you pay for something that I think is fun and uplifting and enlightening. I want it to just be that I do it because I love to do it, not because it's my job, but because I have this amazing talent and I want to share it with the world. And I do have a Patreon so that people who really appreciate and love my work can support me on Patreon. But I don't want it to be that it's mandatory that you have to pay me money to see this stuff, because I think it's just, the work should speak for itself. If I'm doing something that people love, my YouTube channel will blow up, you know, and I'll be featured on shows or on movies, and people will want to have me be a part of their concerts. One thing that I'm really excited for is I'm excited for dubstep artists to make songs specifically for me to dance to. I'm really excited for this because I'm ready to take on any challenge. So we'll see if that does happen, but I just want it to be known that this channel is not about the money. It's about self-expression. And if I get to a point in my life where I'm dancing in movies and I'm dancing in concerts and people will be paying, you know, I will be paid for my talent. I'm not trying to suck the money out of the people who love me. I'm trying to fill them up with a greater joy and some positive vibrations. So yeah, that's what it's all about. Is just filling that void with love and putting up positive things on the internet. So yeah, and I do plan on doing a how to dance to dubstep, but I wouldn't want it to be just specially classified to dubstep. I would want it to be how to feel the music, and I might even make it like a short series. So maybe I'll do that, and we'll see if that turns out. But one last question that I wanted to answer that people are still asking me is about this idea, the dance formation. This idea about this I believe earlier I had said that it was a screenplay. I believe I'm going to turn it into a web series, and it's just going to be, well, it'll be a secret for now. I'll show you. The first episode is almost done, so it's taken a while. But like I said, it's the editing process that takes the longest. If I could get someone to edit these videos, I already have all the footage taped. I just need it edited, and I don't have the time. That's why I'm recording while I'm driving right now, is because I literally don't have the time to do it, you know. So I'm a busy guy, busy. So we'll see how it all pans out, but continue liking, subscribing, and commenting. Most importantly, sharing these videos with who you think needs them. The motivational videos, send them to the people who are a little bit down, and the people who are just looking for a cool thing on the internet. Show them my dance videos, you know. Share these people. Don't share the videos because I told you to. Share them because you want to, and you want other people to see what kind of cool, amazing stuff I'm doing. So I think that will conclude this episode of the Plus V Answers number 2. And I guess I'll see you guys on the flip side. I'll let you know once I make it to California. Peace.